The 2020 Digimon Reboot has done wonders for a lot of its characters, nailing the good things from their 1999 iterations while also finding ways to make them more interesting, funny, or relatable for people who didn't love them in the past. Joe, Mimi, and young TK in particular have had a lot of great work done in this new series. Mimi is a little less bratty without losing her signature attitude. Joe can still be a stumbling comic relief character, but he steps up to the plate much more often, and TK does a lot less crying. But there's one character who is sorely missing an edge in the new show, and that is Sora. In this series, she's almost set up as the female lead of the show alongside Taichi, which in theory should be great, but she exhibits so little personality that she often feels like an accessory to Taichi and to the others. She's extremely go with the flow, but it's not even in like this cool, chill way per se. It's just like we don't ever get to understand what Sora thinks or wants in almost any situation. In the original show and in the Tri movies and then Last Evolution Kizuna, there was a lot of substance to Sora. We knew a lot more about her. She had these big shoes to fill as she was sort of forced to follow in her mother's footsteps into the world of floral arrangement. Her mom even banned her from playing soccer to make her spend more time on floral arrangements. And it just felt like this very complex story about a young girl being pushed down a path towards a traditional definition of what it means to be a woman in society, rather than what she wants to be or what she wants to do. So that's the original Sora, but 2020 Reboot Sora, there's really nothing for fans to cling on to. I should also note how Piyomon and Bergermon have been done dirty since day one, mysteriously always having their evolution animation skipped over. But yeah, I am ready and willing to like Sora, but the show hasn't given us really any reason to care about her just yet. She's really only defined by her crest of love and shown to be caring for Digimon, but almost every character has shown that they care for Digimon in similar ways. Kari is very loving of Commandamon, Joe wanted to protect those innocent Digimon last week, Mimi wanted to protect the rights of Digimon in her episode, so loving Digimon isn't really unique to Sora. Fortunately though, episode 40 is being set up as our big Sora episode. The synopsis for Strike the Killer Shot reads, "A jungle flying in the sky with fruit falling from it suddenly appears before the kids. Taichi, Agumon, Sora, and Piyomon head to the aerial jungle so that they can bring fruits for everyone to eat. Taichi and Metal Greymon are turned into fruits. To save them, Sora and Garudamon challenge Tropiamon to battle." Now, I know what you're thinking, this doesn't exactly sound like a super heavy character-focused episode, but last week had a pretty ridiculous setup too with the French fry and hamburger Digimon, but ended up being an incredibly sweet and rewarding character moment for Joe. Honestly, the last few weeks have each focused on one kid at a time and have done really great jobs expanding on their characters, and it seems like this is finally going to be Sora's week. In the preview, we see her playing soccer with Tai, so we may get some acknowledgement of her playing soccer like in the original series. Will we hear about how she was forbidden from playing? I don't know. Is Phoenixmon coming in episode 40? I don't think it'll happen personally, seeing as each of these recent single character episodes has held off from showing their megas. This is something I honestly think is for the best, as it almost guarantees at least one more episode dedicated to these characters, guaranteeing us one more beat in their 2020 character arcs. Sora is severely lacking in a defining trait right now, and I fear that one episode about her would not be enough. So bring on the Sora-focused story in episode 40, but please don't let it be the only one we get in this series. I want to root for you, Sora, I really do. But anyways, let me know what you think about all this. Do you agree that there's little to latch onto with Sora's character? Do you think I'm just not seeing something and you've been a huge fan of Sora since she showed up in episode 4? How about Bergermon always getting done dirty with not getting her own evolution animation? Sign off in the comments and let me know what you want to see from Sora's character this series. Do you think we need to see some love triangle action, or is it better if she flies solo? As always, thanks for watching. If you got this far, please hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.